Once you reach a high level job, how can a person enhance their longevity in that position?
Well, by doing number one, you got to excel. I mean, you can get your foot in the door and you can excel, but at the end of the day, are you consistent? Now, having said that, sometimes life isn't fair. I remember when I left WGN. I was sports director. I left in 1994 because we were phasing out of DePaul and we were bringing in Northwestern, and Northwestern had their broadcaster. And I could have stayed at WGN. I was sports director. I was doing pre, half, and post on the Bears network, pre and post on the Cubs radio network. I was doing morning sports anchoring. It was great. But I needed that fix. I needed to be involved in play by play. And that was going to be taken away from me. Not because of my performance, but because the radio rights were changing. And so the Michigan job presented itself at WJR. I left Chicago to go to WJR in Detroit. And the individual who hired me, his name was Phil Boyce, one of the greatest people I've ever met. And I got to Detroit in October of 94. And in January of 95, or February rather of 95, I walk in to the office and I'm told, "Hey, did you hear about Phil?" "No." "Well, guess what? We have some great news. He just got promoted. He's going to be running WABC in New York." My heart sank because Phil sold me on the station, on Michigan, on being a part of redeveloping the sports department. And I was gung ho. And all of a sudden, Phil Boyce left. And my world radically changed because I was handpicked by Phil. And so, I mean, you're going to have to cope with that. You're going to have to deal with it. Sometimes it's out of your control whether or not you want to stay in that spot. Sometimes it's taken from you. But you got to roll with it and understand, you know what? You signed up for this business and you got to go with the flow.